I'm Sarah Gore, and this is Open House NYC. This week, we're all about contrast between the boisterous and the refined, the colorful and the muted, the modern and the traditional, the desert and the hills. We check out the stylish flair this fashion professional brought to his own Brooklyn townhouse. And we head to Brentwood, Los Angeles to check out this palatial entertainer's dream home. And we tour a pair of very different Upper East Side properties, this modern reimagining of a traditional carriage house, and how this designer made their clients pre-war feel new and fresh. But before all that, we visit this Polynesian-themed hideaway in Palm Springs that you're definitely not going to want to miss.
This home was a real passion project, a jubilant celebration of color, pattern, and the Palm Springs lifestyle.
Welcome to Open House NYC. We have a great show for you this week as we explore a wide range of design, decor, and architecture. And we're getting started with a special trip to Palm Springs, California for a look at this eye-popping Polynesian-inspired home with owner Tracy Turco. She celebrated the mid-century architecture of the home with color and pattern at every turn. And not to be outdone, she also made sure the outside felt like a resort, the perfect place to bask under that famous Palm Springs sky. Take a look.
Hi, I'm artist and designer Tracy Turco, and welcome to my favorite place in the world, Palm Springs, California. This house was built in 1961 by esteemed architect William Kreisel. I did my best to preserve and restore the original architecture while bringing in my own personal aesthetic. The result is a jubilant celebration of color, pattern, and the Palm Springs lifestyle. Let's go take a look. I want you to feel happiness when you enter this home. This area was actually covered when we bought it, so I opened it up to the sun, and I created these architectural beams for visual interest and a sort of lanai effect. I painted them orange as an homage to all the orange trees in Palm Springs, and it's become the home's signature color. Let's go inside. This is our hangout room and main entertaining space. It's bright and airy with these walls of glass that really bring the outdoors in. Here I chose this graphic mod-style wallpaper that brings in all my favorite colors. And I repeated that wallpaper pattern on these side tables that I designed. I also love to bring in organic elements, like the repurposed wood base of the coffee table, the touches of macrame, and the interesting gravel art. I think the color brown really grounds a space. So I painted the fireplace brown and used a soft brown area rug. This is a great room to celebrate in, but all celebrations need food, so follow me to the kitchen and dining area. I wanted this whole area to feel extra retro, with the orange Formica countertops and the avocado green cabinets. And I can't forget the handmade tiled backsplash made by local artisans. For the dining area, I used this velveteen wallpaper that reminds me of a graphic from an old color TV show. I also used a round glass tabletop to contrast with this square-shaped area. Fondue is always better with a round table, am I right? These original cabinets once occupied the entire wall, but they felt overwhelming. So I cut a whole section out to create this flashy vignette. And I repurposed the rest of the cabinet to create a buffet server. All the bedrooms in this home are memorable, with touches of both the whimsical and the surreal. And with the master suite, I wanted it to be filled with contrast. I used a lot of brown in this room. I guess I was inspired by this hip mid-century bed frame. This duvet cover that I designed echoes the living room accent wall, and of course brings in my signature orange. That orange can also be found in the artwork and this soft runner. I also love the way the sun shines through the vertical blinds. It's like something out of a film noir. Isn't this paradise? I completely transformed it from a dirt lot into an oasis. It has a pool, a fire pit, and a tiki hut perfect for al fresco dining. I wanted it to feel relaxing, like you're on vacation every time you step out here. Of course, my favorite colors are repeated in every area. And I also didn't forget eye-catching patterns, which you can see in all the pillows. We spend a lot of time out here. How could you not with this beautiful weather? This home was a real passion project and a celebration of everything I love in design. It was a chance to update a classic and create something memorable for everyone I know and love to enjoy. And I hope you enjoyed it too. Cheers.
Coming up next, we are touring a pre-war apartment that combines original and modern details. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Open House NYC. Now we are on the Upper East Side in an apartment designed by Texas-based interior designer Emily Summers. Emily retained the original details of the pre-war building, but incorporated modern touches as well as her client's vast collection of artwork and furniture from all over the world. Take a look.
My name is Emily Summers. I'm a Dallas-based designer. And today I'm coming to you from New York City, from a beautiful apartment on the Upper East Side. My clients discovered this apartment and fell in love with the location. Once they stepped into the apartment, they were confronted with these beautiful pre-war architectural details that were the theme of the entire beautiful building. This has been an amazing collaboration with our client, and I'm very excited to show you what we did. So follow me. My clients and I were committed to keeping the pre-war details of the apartment. And when you enter, you step in through the original steel door that connects you to the entire apartment. Once you step into the living room, you'll notice this soaring stained glass window with its 17th century panels. The soft light that comes through the stained glass windows obviously influenced the color palette for the entire apartment. We selected this beautiful wool rug not only for its color and palette, but also for its durability, as they want to entertain a lot in this room. The angular sofa and matching chairs were one of the first things we found. They were the perfect fit, and in this gorgeous silk velvet, they were the great beginning for this room. What I like about the neoclassical fireplace, it has a nice dialogue with the stained glass windows, but it also shows that work can be brought together in one space. The first thing you'll notice in the dining room is the beautiful light fixture that looks like a constellation of stars over the table. I actually designed this table for my client many years ago, and she liked it so much that we repeated it in this project. The architectural table bases are out of a beautiful gray marble. We're simple and elegant with the carpet and the glass top. The simplicity of the Danish chairs works perfectly with the glass table. The sheer nun's veiling of the window treatment brings a softness into the room, making this the perfect dining experience. I always think that master bedrooms should be a serene place to relax. The wall treatment in the master is marmerino plaster, which shows a beautiful handwork to the plaster finish, and it's a soft dove gray. Because the ceiling of the bedroom has the beautiful pre-war details, we did not want to penetrate with light fixtures. So we put a beautiful Philippe Antounaz plaster chandelier here that has uplight to light the room. We also added light behind the headboard to highlight the beautiful Teresita Fernandez piece over the bed. The room is simple and elegant and easy to live in. Thank you for walking through this beautiful home with me. I hope you can now see how you can easily combine classicism and modernism into a very elegant home. Hope to see you at the next one.
When we come back, we are sticking around on the Upper East Side to take a look at this unique reimagining of a carriage house. We'll see you in a few. Welcome back. Now we're exploring this former carriage house on the Upper East Side that's been transformed into a stylish townhome. And at 26 feet wide, this is a true rarity in New York. Check it out.
Hi, I'm Josh Wisoki with Compass. We're here on East 70th Street at the heart of the Upper East Side. Today I'm going to show you one of the most beautiful and historic carriage houses. There's a lot to see inside, so follow me. The current owners purchased the house from the Rockefellers and converted it into a spectacular family residence. The house has over 7,000 square feet above the ground, with 4 bedrooms, 3 full and 3 half baths. While there are many unique features to the house, one of them, the solarium on the roof, is a truly spectacular addition, as well as one of the greatest luxuries anybody could have in a Manhattan townhouse, a private garage and legal curb cut for parking your car. Of the many rare and unique things about this house, one of my favorites is this incredible 3-story atrium with the sculptural staircase bringing an amazing amount of light right into the center of the house. Unlike most townhouses where living is very vertical across 5 floors, here almost all of your principal rooms are on just 2 floors, and you really feel the 26 feet in width that is one of the amazing features of this house. This house was designed for entertaining on a grand scale. In the living room, you'll see we have an incredible sense of scale with unbelievable wall space for even the most important art collection, as well as multiple seating areas. Truly designed for modern living, right off the living room we have this more intimate library. It also features a huge wood-burning fireplace. And here in the library we have these 3 oversized windows facing onto East 70th Street, one of the most beautiful streets in all of Manhattan. At the rear of the entertaining floor is this enormous light-filled eating kitchen. This kitchen is built on a scale that one usually only sees in huge suburban houses. And the family that lived here regularly entertained over 20 to 30 people for dinner parties. One of the nicest features of this kitchen is that you can step out onto this charming terrace and dine al fresco. Better than a backyard in Manhattan because we're a full floor above ground, this charming terrace has beautiful views over the townhouse gardens behind us, and in the spring, amazing cherry blossoms. The layout of the bedroom floor is absolutely perfect, with an enormous master suite in its own private wing, as well as a guest wing with 3 secondary bedrooms. This sprawling master suite is filled with light with 3 huge south-facing windows, as well as a large interior window onto the skylit atrium. Endless closet space, room enough for multiple seating areas, as well as a master bath big enough for a party. This spectacular townhouse is truly unique with incredibly rare features, amazing natural light throughout the whole house, loft-like proportions in every floor and every room. I hope you've enjoyed coming on this tour.
Just after the break, we are Brentwood bound to explore this bespoke entertainer's dream palace. We will see you in just a few. Welcome back, everyone. Our next property is this palatial estate in Brentwood that impresses the moment you enter through its stately front gates. This nearly 13,000 square foot estate is filled with surprises inside, outside, and on top. Now interior designer Windsor Smith shows what she did. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Windsor from Windsor Smith Home, and welcome to beautiful sunny Brentwood, California. I designed this little gem as a thought piece on how I believe the global family would love to live today. To begin with, architecturally, I wanted to give it a really vertical look, which in my world equates to luxury. But there's so much to show you inside, so come on, let's go. I've coined this room the receiving room because oddly enough, my clients often reference fine hotels that they've stayed in around the world. And I think the idea that you could have a room that sort of is an experience was a great one. When I created the space, I wanted to tackle the dining room problem, which is that dining rooms have become almost extinct. What I really wanted is to create a dining environment where you really wanted to hang out with your friends after it. The idea here was to create a table that was lower than the standard dining table and then use couch seating around it. I added this sort of curved traditional bar, and instead of having what you would normally see, which is racks of alcohol facing you, I like the idea of it being a little more discreet, so I tucked them back into millwork. I consider this room a very flirty room, so I chose a color that I believe is the color that everyone looks beautiful in. It's this deep kind of saturated smoky gray navy, and it's a paint that just has this real thickness to it. In this family wing of the house, I designed the space to have the kitchen, the family eating area, the family sitting area, and a library all in one. But the ability to sort of have beautiful French doors that can close off the space so that you can have some privacy is sort of an added plus. In designing the chef's kitchen, I wanted it to be ergonomic and functional for a chef, but I also wanted it to be designed to where it's perfectly at home in a beautiful house like this. The center island is really a beast. I used a gray Savoy marble on the top, and it's the perfect surface, and it is the tour de force of the space. The library puts you sort of in an intimate connection with the shelving and also the fireplace there. It's where you truly would cozy up to the fire. Instead of having cabinetry that's built in and heavy, I just created these very etagere-like, light and airy shelving system that almost disappears. This rooftop deck is really the crown jewel of the property. It's just amazing and connects you to all that California has to offer. You have the beautiful lawns and the pool area in the back that's very open to the view. Got the pool houses that are situated perfectly on the property to create shade. The poolside pavilion is this really handsome architectural gem buried underneath the lawns. And it's got plate glass windows that open 18 to 20 feet wide in each area and look out to a gorgeous garden. So this is indeed the quintessential entertaining space of the house. It's where every guest feels at home, and the biggest problem you have is getting them out of here when you're ready to go to bed. I hope you've enjoyed the tour. It's been a pleasure to take you on it and to show you how I believe that this house really truly sets up a global family with all the finishes and the functionality all coming together, creating this archive that someone will make memories in.
Coming up next, we are in Brooklyn to check out how fashion designer Chris Benz updated the classic details in his Bed-Stuy townhouse. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Now we are in Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn at the townhouse of fashion designer and creative director Chris Benz. Chris's home is filled with ornate original detail that he updated with dynamic color, so it felt modern and fresh without losing any of its historic charm. The result is a home that's optimistic, welcoming, and totally one of a kind. See for yourself.
Hi, I'm Chris Benz, a creative director in the fashion industry, and this is my brownstone in Brooklyn. So it's a 4-story brownstone filled with loads of original detail. I wanted to keep as many of the original details as possible, reinstall some that were missing, and update it so it felt modern and comfortable for today's living. When you enter the house, you're met with this bright blue parlor with lots of interesting little details. So this parlor, I really wanted to feel like a hotel lobby. I wanted people to feel comfortable hanging out, reading a book. Because the room really wasn't going to get a lot of use, it's an entry room, I wanted to use a bold color that felt really exciting and drew you into the personality of the house. One of the ways I made all of the original moldings feel a little bit more modern was that I painted everything. The door frames, the fretwork, the fireplaces. It keeps the texture of the original molding while making it fade away just a little bit. One of my favorite parts of the house is the original staircase. I left it pretty much untouched, and one of my favorite parts is the sound that it makes when you walk up. So the master suite consists of bedroom in the back and dressing room / sitting room in the front. And the centerpiece of the bedroom is this massive 4-poster bed. Because the bed is so structural, I added these washed linen drapes just to give it a little bit of a softness. Every home needs a little space where you can get away, get inspired, and find a little bit of rest. And for me, this is it. I do lots of creative work in this room, sketching and coming up with color palettes. And I have even more Milo Baughman in this room. This pair of love seats is really great for chit-chatting and hanging out. And of course, everyone needs a day bed. Well, it's been great showing you around my home. I hope you enjoyed seeing how a little bit of old can mix with a little bit of new and work together in perfect harmony.
Thanks for watching. Like what you see on the show? Well, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We have so many more beautiful homes to share. It's all about love. Share these homes, you know?